All right, I'm here at the trailhead of Bacon Ridge in Anne Arundel County, Maryland. I'm at the south entrance, and I'm just gonna give you a tour of all of what Bacon Ridge has to offer, especially for any new mountain bikers or hikers that are out there and you're just wondering, what does the trail system look like? How technical is it? And for new mountain bikers, is it too daunting for you to try and take down? So let's see how it goes. All right, so here we go. Now the difference between me today and me 4 years ago when I started, it truly is night and day. Now, you'll still hear that I slam on my brakes frequently. I still don't completely trust the tires to take turns super quickly. So far, nothing's been really that difficult. Short little punchy climbs. You know, the gearing on these mountain bikes these days, it's so good that you'd be surprised just how easy you can go up these hills back here. This is the first drop that you'll encounter. I remember when I first took this, man, I rode my brakes the entire way. Now, I actually kind of enjoy getting after it. I actually even dropped my seat post now. Again, you can't really have an appreciation for the hill that this is. Oh yeah. Maybe the video does. Whoa! Woo! All right, first big drop. And I just remember this section right here, back in the day. God, I was terrified. And it is interesting looking at Strava segments today. And that's the cool thing about Strava. There's all these little segments that are back here. They wind up saving it over the years. And you can kind of be like, huh, I wonder how I did, 3 years ago. And it's wild. Just like little things that you pick up, whether it's the lines that you take, the ability to bunny hop over stuff like that, and how you trust your tires more. I'm still not completely there. These tires are actually, they're probably more for like, not racing, but I should certainly have something that is a little grippier for the turns. It's funny, I actually bought, I forget what they're called, grids? No, who cares? I bought some tires that are a little beefier and I just haven't put them on yet. Keep forgetting. Whoa. Yeah, I do that a lot too. Ah! So I kind of think, uh-oh, this one's kind of a bitch. Ooh. I think the squirrels actually have like their own Olympics. And it's almost like who can run out and get closest to the bike. One, while living, not getting run over, and two, allowing the biker to stay on his bike. So far, I have not hit any squirrels. I've run over snakes, I've almost hit turtles. All right, this is sort of the not end, it's like the middle of phase one. You can go up those switchbacks, or you can go to this connector to phase two. What's funny is, even thinking about back in the day, there's no chance I would be talking while going down some of these hills. Like, zero. In fact, I was probably clenching my teeth, holding my breath the entire time, not telling anyone how terrified I was. But I think it's all part of learning. I think for mountain biking, at least for me, here's a little climb. It's, you almost need to understand how the suspension is built, and speed over chunky stuff is better than going slow. So like, if it was a little punchy climb like this, in the old days, I would like get in a smaller gear where it'd be easier. But actually, going faster over it. So actually getting in a bigger gear, kind of motoring over the stuff, is actually better. Like right there. So one of these days I'll learn how to buddy hop that. Now there's some studs that ride back here. I'm like in the wannabe stud category. Like the old guy that's like getting close to the studs. And they're probably watching this right now and be like, dude, your lines are awful. You call yourself a mountain biker? That's probably what they're saying right now. But yeah, I do. How about that? How you doing?
I'm all good.
Good. One thing you'll notice about mountain bikers is they're all really nice. Like all of them. Like, seriously, I have not met a jerk. Can you get a better idea of the climbs by looking over there? I can't turn my head too long, but so there's a little shortcut if you wanted to go back. I'm just going to continue around on phase two. Oh, and buddy hop, woo, yeah. That's about as much air as I ever get, because I am too afraid. Because one time I got air, I was going like just a little sideways, and I crashed on my shoulder. It still hurts a little bit. Now, it's important to note that every fall I've had, which hasn't been that many, 4 years, maybe 5, it was from either racing, which arguably is like going beyond what you're really comfortable doing, or it was me being stupid. Like doing something stupid, like jumping right there. Ah! See, you didn't see that, but my back tire was off a little bit to the side. Ah, a little sandy. All right, we'll go down this hill, go up to the field, and then I'll kind of come back and finish phase two. This one, man, used to scare me to no end. And now, kind of, certainly don't own it, but I'm not terrified of it, which is comforting. All right, so I'm not gonna kick it on this next hill. I have to, so back to that lesson earlier, where you have to like aggressively attack short little punchy steep stuff like this, because if you don't, you get stuck, right? So I can't see my watts, what that was. Can I? It's about 700. And then you just fly over the stuff. It's so much easier. But before, I would downshift, granny it up that thing, and fall off. Now, this is one of the hills we do intervals on. Oh dear. Wow, she said that was a buck. 2 of them. That's right. They realize I'm the beast. They're like, let's get away from that tough guy. See how fast he owns that hill? Let's see if we can see him. Yep. I don't know if the video is going to show it, but it kind of looked like 4-point or 6-point buck. I will say they are much better at descending these hills than I am. You'll see that in a second. This hill, I think it's about 1/4 mile. I gotta double check. 80 feet, maybe. See, there's a squirrel trying to play a game. Again, to get an idea, there's level, and there's where we came from down there. Even further down though. Whew. All right, so this is the field. Now, not many people see this field, actually. So if you have, and someone's bragging about, oh, I go to Bacon Ridge, you just need to ask them, hey, do you ever go out to the field? And then you can say, what's back there? Now, I need to freshen up all my history here, but I think the Crownsville Hospital, that they buried a whole bunch of people back here. Unmarked graves. So, and this is all part of, I guess this is still parklands. So right over here is this tombstone. Now the trail used to go down there, but it's like a big ravine now. So there, right there, Crownsville Hospital, 1910, in memory of the beloved residents laid to rest. Again, it's crazy. It's like, I don't know who it is. There's a whole third loop back there that then connects you to the north side of the trail. And there is so many trails that, I mean, you could very easily, I'd say you could be out here for maybe 4 hours if you did every trail. You started at south, you're gonna like pick a parking lot. I think there's 3 of them now. All right, so now we're gonna go down the ascent that I just went up. All right, now I'm not feeling like really frisky to get like a record. Whoa, it's especially when the sun was there and I couldn't see for a second. Okay. Oh boy. Oh. Whew. So when you are going really fast, there's this other meter that we use called the it's called the sphinctrometer, and it's how much your sphincter muscles contract, like to what level as you're doing something. So for me, that was like a 7, maybe a 6 out of 10. Haven't had a lot of 10s lately. When I was training for that 29.029 thing, I don't know if you could see this, but I'd wear a 20-pound vest and I'd climb that hill over and over again. And while it doesn't look like it's that big a deal, it crushes your quads. All right, so this is another hill actually we used to do running hill repeats on before so all the mountain bikers would come out here and we'd have group workouts. Mountain bikers would do something, and runners would do something, and we'd kind of meet up. I got tired of being left alone. Had to be a groupie. Whew. Huh. 400 watts. Not bad. So this is the backside of phase 2. Coming back. Now you may have noticed when I'm going downhill, you probably see I get lower. It's funny, it goes against the way my body wants to do it. I want to actually lean really far back. And I used to stand a little taller, or I would lean back, straight arms. And this guy taught us that you actually, almost like you're doing an RDL in a way, standing up on your pedals, but like leaning forward, elbows out, kind of 90-90, head like over the handlebars, like crouched forward. And it is really amazing how much better control you have. I never jumped this thing, for the record. I did once, and then I just pop over it, just because, again, I don't want to hurt myself. So I'm a little bit of a sissy when it comes to that stuff. Still, all right, I hurt my hand on one of these. It was this one right here. Bam, I hit it. and I caught myself from falling, but I jammed up my hand. Ooh, yeah. All right, so kind of took a shortcut there. Actually, did I? No, I didn't. Now this is the first big drop that we went down. Again, probably doesn't look like anything on this video right now, but very rooty. All these rocks right here we kind of flew over. Went down this little gully here. All right, let's just get an idea of watts, kind of like what it takes to just get up. So, whoop, 350, 380. So that little climb, it's a little punchy. Now when you do intervals up this hill, it's this last little bit up there. It's soul crushing. Whew. I don't know if you can see down there. It's pretty far. This part right here is like, you're like, I just want to be done. And you get here and you're like, nope, you still got more. Finally rained back here. It was so dry. It's actually, you can go a little faster when the dirt has some moisture in it, because you don't skid as much. All right, so just did the first full loop. We did like most of the second loop and then a little bit of the connector to the third loop. I'll put the map and the power profile or the Strava segments in the description. But it was about a 45-minute ride. You probably wound up seeing that definitely very rooty. It's probably, you know, 3, 4, 5 juicy drops that will definitely get you a little jumpy if you're new. But I'll tell you, I learned Bacon Ridge on a hardtail 26.5 or whatever inch those wheels are before I moved up to my stump jumper about 2.5 years ago. and you just take the downhill slow, you know, and you just maybe walk some of the uphills if you're afraid of getting stuck. But once you get used to it, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's safer than you think. I think a lot of people are like, oh, you're just gonna get hurt, you're gonna break something. There's a lot of people that break arms, shoulders, whatever, and usually it's when you're being a little too extreme, going a little outside of your control. So if you put some good guardrails on yourself, kind of throttle things back, it's a lot of fun. So hope to see you on the trails.